Doing big bros.
Doing well. Doing well.
So why don't you tell everybody who you are, what you do, and what you're about, brother?
Well, my name's Stone Ninja, and I like to play with weed. I like to smoke it and grow it and everything about it, man.
What's your grow method? What do you use?
Um, well, I got outdoor going, indoor, uh, different mediums as far as soil, cocoa, rock wool,
Okay.
hand fed, drip system, different
So what do you
methods.
do with the outdoor? How do you feed the outdoors? Super soil
Out,
or
it's just amended soil. That's it. It's soil I had when I originally moved into the house,
okay.
and every year I just been adding to it. So more soil, more amendments, then finally added beds to it.
Nice.
So it's I don't know, it's kind of its own kind of living situation. I don't really like try to go into like being pure organic or no till or anything like that. It's just if I see my plants are reacting well to it, then that's what I keep doing.
Nice. So if you do feed something to it, what do you feed to the outdoors?
Usually it's just teas. If I have some other stuff that like companies want me to try out, then it would be that.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's just simple. It's just basic water and teas. Normal teas you would pick up from a hydro store or anything. You know what I mean? It's nothing spectacular or magical.
Okay. So man, I could tell you I've grown ninja fruit twice. I bought two different packs from you guys back when you were with Ocean Grown. I like how you narrowed down the purple when you're pheno hunting. How do you narrow down traits like that?
Oh man, it's mostly seeing what I like, kind of going after and chasing the traits I'm looking for, and from there just just aligning those things together and popping the seeds and make sure it worked the way I kind of wanted it to. It's a lot of R&D. It's a lot of seed popping. It's a lot of like what some people would consider wasted time and money and space.
Yes.
It's definitely not like the
Elaborate.
cheapest way to do things, but it's to me it's the right way, you know.
How many seeds you crack?
In my lifetime or for purple for the ninja fruit.
Let's go for the ninja fruit.
For the ninja fruit seeds I've popped, fuck, dude. Um, sheesh. I'm
What's the ninja fruit? Is it F7? What?
right now I stopped it at a F2. As far as release stuff, F2 BX1.
Okay.
What's going to be released next? I won't go too much into it, but it's definitely super worked. I'm trying to really lock in the red color of the ninja fruit now.
Okay.
We're going through the purple part. That's been fun and nice. But everyone's starting to catch these rare, smaller red phenos that are coming out. A lot of it's red during flower,
Hmm.
but sometimes you'll lose it as you go into curing it and as it finishes out.
Yeah.
So I'm working on keeping that red pigment
All the way
all
through.
over through. Yeah, so you'll have like 80% will be red and the rest will fade out to like a pink or purple. And hopefully at least 50% of that red will hold after drying and curing.
How do you pick your males?
How do I pick my males? Well, there's a few things. I normally go by the vigor, how well they grow, how fast they grow. Also the branching, the internodal spacing in between the growth sites on the male.
Yes.
I also pay attention to that.
And
Obviously the color helps. I enjoy trying to find males that are striky, but usually when I run into those males that spit a lot of glands, those males usually tend to push off hermaphroditic traits for me. I don't know if it's the stuff I'm playing with, because
ah,
there's different companies that I'm going through where I'm searching through stock to build my own males.
yes.
I don't like really like getting say I get a pack of say I get something from exotic seeds or some shit.
Yes.
Okay. And then I get another pack from Skunk House.
Yes.
I think it's kind of lame that, okay, I found a male from this pack and then a female from this pack, and I just bred those together and I called it this strain. To me, I think that's disrespectful to a point. I think if anyone's going to be using someone else's gear, okay, they should get it, make something, find a male, and then hit that with something else, like build, like put a little bit of effort into it. At least do like a BX or a F2. You know what I mean? Don't just make an F1 like, hey, look at this magic I just made off someone else's work.
Yeah, I know, but anyone selling an F1 really is just fucking garbage, anyways, right?
It really depends, dude. Honestly, I have my opinions on F1s. I think that you could find a lot of really good phenos out of F1s that you wouldn't ever really find off at F2.
But if you're
But
that's if you're pheno hunting, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, then it would be
exactly,
good to know that it's an F1 and that that's actually what you're looking for is that genetic variety. You know what I mean?
exactly. You can't. It's up to the breeder, and really the person getting the seeds to kind of educate themselves and let people know exactly what the fuck is going on. You don't want to waste someone that is a commercial type grower that wants something where they don't have the time to pheno hunt. They want something stable that's gonna rock, where they're gonna fucking have a hard time keeping one of them. You know what I mean? If they decide to keep a pheno, or say they don't even care about keeping phenos, they just want to run the seeds, and that's, they're just seed growers. They won't be disappointed because if not all of them,
The flavors.
yeah, they're gonna have flavors and variety, and they're gonna have different smoke. It's really weird, especially this day and age, because there's so many new growers and people that are excited. So you see people like, yeah, I'm gonna, they just started growing. They're excited, and then they get into doing extracting, and they want to make their own strains.
Yeah.
I encourage it, but educate yourself first. Don't let people say, oh, you shouldn't be fucking breeding, or you shouldn't be doing this or that. There's really no rules, dude. Just educate yourself and do it right.
Let me ask you this question, bro, because I got a project I'm working on. I want your opinion on this.
Absolutely.
So I'm at like an F3 with my purple project, right?
Sweet.
So I broke down the lineages all the way down to like the land races. And
nice.
So like the consistent ones were Northern Lights, Afghan, and Skunk One. I was thinking about back crossing it with one of the original land races. What do you think will happen?
Okay. If you're gonna BX it should add some, like, sorry about the background. It should add some strength and vigor. You'll probably see some traits that are a little more expressed. You might see some new traits that'll come out. Yes. Usually when you go and BX it like that, or not really BX it, but you go and fucking BX it as close as you can when you're doing what you're trying to do with the genotype, phenotype stuff, lineage. It usually will strengthen it up, and you'll see kind of like a more revised version of it. You know what I mean? Something that's like when I was working on the ninja fruit, the purple part. My whole point with that, when I did the first release, there was too many green phenos, and everyone was getting back to me with reports like they were happy with it, but they wanted more purple.
I experienced the first release.
Yeah. So what I had to do, I had to go back and find a better male that put out more purple, hit it back to the original lady.
Oh, yes.
Go from there. So I added a little more vigor to it. She got a little more bulkier, not as wispy, and she got way more purple.
Yes.
So usually when you go back and do that, you're kind of looking for traits or building a stronger.
Are those the ninja fruits that you have right now? The second one?
Right now, I don't have any ninja fruit as far as stock availability. The last release I did was the F2 BX1s.
But when you come back out with it, is it going to be more like that, or is it?
When I come with the next release, my original goal is to have it more red. That project is like really difficult right now.
You're right.
There's definitely going to be more red in the next batch. Yes. But what to expect from this next ninja fruit batch is more flavor, more potency this time. A lot of people were upset with that. I explained at the beginning of the release, ninja fruit is a medicinal strain. It's not meant for for the guys that are like, dude, I want to get fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
Still have some phenols that'll get you a nice narcotic effect, but that was built for pain relief, anxiety, PTSD mostly, and overall mood enhancement. So people with depression and just mental issues. So with that being said, everyone gave me feedback. They love the strain, they love the color, they love the effects it has on their body, but they're just disappointed on the punch, the kick. You know what I mean? So I'm throwing.
I wasn't disappointed in the punch or the kick. I wasn't sure what to expect, but what I got was great though. Like on my first batch, like you said, and most people reported, I definitely got more greens than I got purples, but I definitely got some purple females that were great and they cloned easy. It was lovely. And to be honest with you, the best pheno I got out of the batch was a green, and it tasted amazing. You know what
Nice.
I mean? So
Yeah, that's good to hear. I'm happy you're happy with it, man. I want this to come out more grape earthy.
yeah.
So you might notice some like OG chirp profiles for this next release. Definitely expect it to have more punch to it. So it's just if you think about it, you have the first few original Ninja Fruit batches. This next batch is gonna be like, it's gonna be knockout, dude. Everyone's gonna be really happy with it. I expect to kind of set or establish a new standard of purple weed and kind of getting out of that stereotypical purple weeds for girls, or it's not that strong or whatever, my goal, end of the day, is to have a kick-ass purple OG.
Nice.
I want an OG that's just OG the fuck out with something extra to it, but just like completely purple. And when you break it open, it's like pink in the middle,
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
So, out of everything that you got right now, what's your fastest strain that you got?
My fastest as far as growing or finish time?
Finish time.
Finish time, my fastest one would probably be the Dark Forest.
What are we looking at?
Dark Forest is a mega mutt polyhybrid. So that started out with Dark Helmet when I was with Ocean Grown. Okay, I selected a few out of that. That was pretty much all like key lime pie and cookie. And there's like zero riff to it. So that really caught my attention. So with that, Dark Helmet, I hit with the Ninja Smash. Ninja Smash is Ninja Fruit Cross to Bruce Banner 3.
Okay.
So that created Smashed Helmet. That one I never released. I kept that one. I was kind of greedy with that one. A couple friends got it, and I run it myself. So I found a really nice pheno out of the Smashed Helmet. So when I got my Sinister Rouge Mill, which is SFV cross SFVOG, it's sub LBC's SFVOG. I crossed that to the Ninja Smash.
Yes.
Okay. So I got a mill out of that, a nice purpley frosty mill, and then I hit that to the Smashed Helmet. And then I created Dark Forest. So it's like a double Ninja Smash with pretty much Dark Helmet in there. It's super cushy. Doesn't stretch too much. Finishes like 8 weeks. You could bring it 9. Ridiculously frosty, thick buds, plenty of color, crazy smells, strong. So a lot of people that are into cookie strains, that one's a solid one to go with.
Nice.
So that one would be like quickest finisher.
So I want to get back to the inner nodes on the male. When you're looking for the inner nodes, are you looking for them to be tight like a female? Or are you looking for them to be stretched out? What are you looking for when you say you're looking at the inner nodes? Just curious.
I'm looking for it to be tight.
Nice and tight and frosty.
Tight. The frost is a plus, but like I said, sometimes it'll pass some weird traits. Yeah.
So what do you think about feminized seeds? Can you explain to people why they're good, why they aren't bad, or what your opinion is of them?
Yeah, feminized seeds, there's the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to that. I think if a person is doing fems, as long as they work them and test them and explain, what FEMs really are to the people, before they get them, I think it's fine. I think with the demographic these days and the way things are changing, a lot of people, they could only really run FEMs because of plant count and grower experience, etc. Back in the day, I wasn't really a big fan because I really felt like it watered down the gene pool.
Me too.
I think it created a lot of fucked up shit. But with that being said, it's like, okay, what is the main goal when you get those FEMs? Are you trying to breed with them, or are you just trying to grow them? You know what I mean? And then also, the experience of growing. Okay, if you stress those FEMs out, what are your odds of it hermaphrodite, getting hermed out and fucking your crop up? I would always recommend first time growers with regular seeds rather than FEMs or auto FEMs or even any kind of autos. That way they could understand what they're doing. They could get a hands-on, instead of, you could read all the fucking books on the planet, dude, but until you get hands-on experience, you're not gonna really know what you're doing, dude.
Exactly.
But yeah, the FEMs,
gotta love that and bring it full cycle.
Yeah. FEMs is interesting, dude. Like, that allows people to have, the closest thing to a keeper cut, clone only cut. It's hard for people to really get a clone only into seed form as a regular seed because of the work involved with it. You have to be it for it, to get it to that 90% range of the original female. So I don't know. As far as FEMs, like I said, back in the day, I was like, no, don't. That's bad. And now I'm like, you know what? It's probably not that bad, dude.
Dude, I'll tell you what, man. 5 years ago, I was trying to make some. So I had the colloidal silver, and I was spraying my plants, and I had a sick White Russian plant, and I had a Houdini's Rift from Ocean Grown, nice stud male, and I wanted to cross them. And I was hitting all these fucking plants with this colloidal silver, and 3 of my phenos would not respond, no matter the ppm or none of that. So they just got herm out. So instead of going and making feminized seed, I scrapped that whole fucking project, and I just bred the plants that wouldn't herm out. And then the next year, when we did outdoor, because I'm in Las Vegas, one of our biggest problems is hermaphrodites because of the heat and the stress. 120 degrees, man, shit gets hectic. Dude, every seed I've cracked from that one hasn't hermed out during the summer, and we've actually saw a 14-footer.
Nice. Hell yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
The heat's a motherfucker, dude. Where I live, it gets hundreds for a month straight, 2 months, and it goes up to 105, 110.
Yeah.
Things that get weird out there, dude. If you don't have your root zone cool, your plants are gonna suffer. You definitely need that silica.
Key right there, bro. The root zone. You got that.
Yeah, people have this misconception.
And you're just fucking worrying about the roots more than the plants, really, at that point. For sure.
Yeah, that's what I tell a lot of people. They have this misconception that you cannot grow weed if it's over 100 degrees. It's not going to grow right, or it's going to grow shitty. That's completely false. I've grown weed 110 degrees.
Fucking weed, it's going to grow.
Exactly.
All those numbers and all those ranges are to get optimal growth. Yeah, it's not going to grow optimally. It's going to be stressed the fuck out, but it's still going to grow.
Exactly, dude. I think in my area, it's kind of a blessing in disguise because during the heat, once it gets into flower, the plants elongate and start stretching. But with the heat, they stretch out probably an inch or two extra on the nodes.
Yes.
Which kind of helps.
I posted a pic of that, and I said something about one of my plants being stretched out because of the heat. And a motherfucker, even though it's clearly an outdoor grow, motherfucker told me I didn't have enough light.
Did somebody order a case of hot dog boil?
Nice.
That was me. Oh. So you live in Long Beach and it gets 100 degrees for a month straight? I thought all of California was lovely.
I'm back and forth between Long Beach and Kern County.
Okay.
Yeah, not when I'm in Long Beach. That's where I go to get away and relax from the heat and do other stuff, some plant work down there. But where I'm mainly stationed is up in Kern County, and yeah, that's where it gets fucking hot as fuck.
So what do you got going right now with Dojo?
Oh man, right now filling the chambers up, running some testers, some new stuff, and then I got some breed chambers that are about to go with Ninja Fruit, Ninja Smash, and then one other project I'm kind of keeping on the DL right now.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you the male I'm using on the new ones, the Ninja Fruit OG male.
Okay.
That one I've been working on. Fuck. I was working on that when I was still with Ocean Grown. So it's been a couple of years building that male and going through all that good stuff. I think I ran like
how many
2
clones
chambers.
do you check with the male to see what the male's traits are?
What's that?
So obviously, to see, actually, I can't say obviously. So when I'm trying to see like what a male is trying to input onto a plant, I'll take like 3 or 4 clones that I have already grown, female clones. I've already grown. I already know what to expect, and then I'll cross them with it, and then I'll pop some seeds and see the expressions that come out, and try to see the mix. How many do you do the same thing? Like, how do you tell what expression the male is actually passing? Do you like?
Oh yeah, that's why I have all my Hydro Grow tents, man. The little 2x4 tents.
Yeah.
I'll have my selected phenos. I'll take cuts of them, and then I'll just flip them. I'll flip them in the chambers and have little batches of seeds. And then I run those batches. Usually I'll get at least 30 seeds per clone, and I flip them. As soon as I see roots, they're flipped, dude, in the Rockwell cube, in the tray and everything. You know what I mean? My whole point is just to produce the seeds so I could run them and see what expressions I'm getting and what that male's passing over. Before I do that, I'm running like a whole fucking room of males, dude, which is stupid. For some people, are like, why are you running males?
Yeah.
It's a big waste of time and money to some people, but for me, that's the work.
That is it. Yeah.
That's the shit you're supposed to be doing. So, yeah, running all that shit, dude. Then having all the seeds and popping those, and then be like, okay, I see a lot of this being passed along, or I'm not seeing enough of this, so then that gets scrapped. All that shit just gets thrown to the compost.
Yeah.
And then I move on to the next thing, try to find another male or do another, build something else, add another strain to it, cross it to that, and then try again,
Right. So if you got a male you're trying to test, just break down the process of what you would actually do with it to make sure to say that I like that this is what it's putting out.
Okay. So what I do, if I feel like I've selected my male,
Mm-hmm.
as soon as I do that, I usually already have an extra clone that I'm gonna start doing stress tests to. So I'll start light leaking it. I'll do weird things during veg as far as feeding, overfeeding, drought, toxic levels, seeing how it repairs itself once it gets locked out. Then from there, I'll throw it outside and do light leaks, environmental conditions, start throwing bugs and disease on it.
Oh yeah.
From there, if I see how it reacts and it does well off my checklist, then I move forward and continue to pollinate stuff. Otherwise, that gets trashed and I start over again.
Dude, I love your technique.
It's a lot of being willing to fail, but not having the word fail as a negative word. It's a lot of knowing you're gonna stop and do.
It's like Maynard said, well, you either win or you learn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's your mindset, dude. It's really it's the people that can really control their paradigm, dude. The people don't know what the word paradigm is. It's the way you think right now. It's the way you're feeling right now. Good example is say we're both angry because someone fucking did something or they didn't show up to work. Okay, and we're pissed off. But then we hear from like, dude, sorry I didn't get to work because my dad died. Then you're like, oh shit. Then your feelings change. You're like, okay, I'm sorry. My bad. That's yeah. So it's the mindset. Did you go in positive? You stay positive. You have your goal in mind. You'll be good. You start listening to all the haters and the naysayers. That's when you start getting in your own head and fucking yourself up. Always move forward, dudes.
Hell yeah, always move forward. I really think the haters are comedy, man.
What's that?
I really think the haters are comedy, bro. Like,
I
when
love the
I see
haters.
some of the comments and shit that you see, because you already know you're a bit way bigger than me. I'm sure you see it way worse than I do. But when you see some of the comments and shit, you're just like, man, what is going on in your life that this is your expression?
This is my favorite part, dude. My favorite part is when the haters and trolls come in and they start woofing and they're angry and they leave their 2 cents. My favorite part is talking to them, calming them down, and make it like turning the trollers into ganja rollers is what I call it, dude. It's
Yeah.
like they come in hating and when they leave we're friends. But the ones that are stubborn, you could tell like they're on a mission. There's some kind of fanboy or something, you know.
Yeah.
Is always gonna hate. But the other ones that have a misunderstanding, like they get hearsay and they never come to the source. And when they come to the source and they get corrected, then the mood changes.
Hell
Yes,
yeah. Well, it's been a good morning, man. Thank you for the conversation. I'm gonna cut
No.
this up and post it probably in the next couple days.
cool, man. Yeah, sorry it took forever, dude. I really am.
Oh no, that's all good, bro. I appreciate you.
Yeah, same here. Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity, dude. If you ever want to do it again, just let me know. I'm always here chilling.
Absolutely. Have a good one, boss.
You too, brother. Take care, dude.